Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for a brand new Chelsea FC news video. You guys know this week it's a bloody big week, isn't it? And in every single video I will send you guys in the direction of GBFC Selects, my free-to-play web app, and there's a chance to win £1,000 for Chelsea versus Manchester City in the Champions League final this weekend. We've also got a prize draw, 18 plus, terms and conditions apply, link in the description. But today there's been, and there will continue to be, pretty much every day now over the course of the summer, breakthrough stories that lead to being catalysts to more breakthrough stories, and with Chelsea reportedly looking to spend money again this summer, a lot of things that happen in the European footballing world will directly impact the business that Chelsea will be able to go ahead and conduct this summer. The first story that I want to talk about in this Chelsea news video is the fact that former Chelsea manager Antonio Conte has parted ways with Inter Milan after winning Serie A. It's been a long time since Inter Milan have been able to say that they are the champions of Italy. Antonio Conte this season, the way that he's conducted his team is very similar to that of what he did at Chelsea when he came in and won the league. He revolutionised things, played a system that was combating the qualities of other teams in the league, and he ends up winning the trophy. However, because of the problems at Inter Milan right now and the fact that the way that he sees the club progressing is obviously they win one title, he doesn't want it to be a one-off, and he wants to be doing it again and again and again, competing for this and that, and back in the Champions League, competing at the highest level. Inter Milan are in a position where they can't really spend too much money on their squad, and they also need to recoup money by selling players that have ended up winning them the Italian league this year. So, for that reason, as best as I understand, Antonio Conte and the club are not on the same page, so therefore they've mutually parted ways. And the reason that this is a big deal for Chelsea is because it was pretty clear, and it is pretty clear, that Romelu Lukaku's future at Inter Milan was strongly linked to the future of Antonio Conte. He was involved in 41 goals this season for Inter Milan, and it was pretty clear that Lukaku would have been happy to stay in Italy if Antonio Conte remained the manager. Lukaku's 28 years old, he's in the prime years of his footballing career, and he wants to continue to compete for trophies, not just have one league title, and then it all kind of goes a bit pear-shaped from there, and Italy, Juventus, everything goes back to some kind of normality, as people are now expecting from the league next season in Italy. So, Lukaku, with Conte gone as Inter Milan manager, it opens the door for Chelsea's pursuit of Romelu Lukaku. Now, Inter Milan are supposedly willing to listen to offers of between 80 to 100 million pounds, which is significantly lower than the asking prices of both Harry Kane and Erling Haaland. So in terms of this being big news for Chelsea Football Club, it is now looking progressively likely, at least in the mind of those of us who really like to add these things up and sit here making these little equations based off of other actions of other teams. It looks as though now that Chelsea's pursuit of a striker, Lukaku, will probably go to the top of the bookies list at least. And I think Chelsea will now see this as a big opportunity to go in and try and prize the player back to Stamford Bridge. I said it a few videos ago that if Chelsea are in fact to sign Romelu Lukaku this summer, I wouldn't be adverse to it. I think he's a wonderful striker who just absolutely breathes confidence. He's a strong, powerful striker. And I saw a person who I follow on Twitter, who you guys should definitely go and check out. His name's Tom Overend, and he posts a lot of great stuff about Chelsea. And he said that having Kai Havertz playing off of Romelu Lukaku next season would be a dream. And it's actually something I hadn't really thought about. I hadn't, in the Lukaku conversation, started to, and he said that alongside existing players we have at Chelsea, to think what would be good, what wouldn't. But Havertz and Lukaku is a combination that I think would be absolutely lethal at Chelsea next season. And, you know, this isn't discrediting Timo Werner, who's obviously another striker who Chelsea will be keeping this summer, who they'll be looking to get the best out of next season. But I think with Lukaku, you don't only just get that Premier League proven goal scoring record, you get a player who is a monster up front. He's so big and strong, and in the prime years of his career, if Chelsea can get him for around 80-90 million quid, as opposed to paying somewhat near double what we could get for Erling Haaland, it would link us directly into the tweet from Simon Phillips talking about how Chelsea are now alerted. And he said the Sancho situation, I know I dedicated a whole video to the Sancho Hudson-Odoi debate the other day, but it is reported that Chelsea could well be in for making 2 big money attacking signings. And the only way that I see this being feasible, despite the talks and rumours of selling Tammy Abraham, you've got the likes of Michy Batshuayi who could be sold, Barkley, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who Fabrizio Romano reported here on this channel, who could well be sold this summer. Despite the potential fees that Chelsea could coup for these players or recoup back into the Chelsea bank for sales, I think if we were to even consider signing a Harry Kane or an Erling Haaland, I know I keep saying Haaland, I believe it's closer to Haaland in terms of the actual way to say it. If Chelsea were to go for one of those 2 players, it would probably close the door for any other big name attacking signings. So with Lukaku available at 80 million, already being Premier League proven, incredible over the last 2 years for Inter Milan, off the back of a title in Italy, the man's absolutely breathing confidence. He's going to be in the Belgium squad, of course, for the World Cup, for the Euros this summer. And for me now, after seeing what's happened to Antonio Conte and seeing these links start to slowly develop immediately about Chelsea's pursuit of the striker, the more I think about it, the more I think it could actually be the best move that Chelsea could make this summer. And if we can also go in for Jadon Sancho, who is also supposedly available for around £82 million, that's what Borussia Dortmund would be willing to listen to and accept, that could be an incredible attacking transfer window for Chelsea. It would probably spell the end for maybe a Hakim Ziyech. I don't know what you guys have to say about that. I'm not going to entertain that too much until we hear any rumours about it, but it's been quite clear this season that he's not really fitted in at Chelsea the way that Chelsea would have liked, and I'm sure the player would have also liked as well. So maybe that's another player who could be on his way out this summer. There's also a lot of talks now that Dortmund might well be interested also in signing Tammy Abraham, but the big report is that West Ham see Tammy Abraham as their #1 choice of a player signing this summer, which I'm not surprised about it. I've said it throughout the entirety of the end of Chelsea's season, particularly in the league and with the FA Cup omission from the squad. For me, it became blindingly obvious that Tammy Abraham will be leaving Chelsea this summer. I've always said that you can often have sentiment towards a player that you seriously like at the club, but overall, Chelsea is a club who do make decisions based off of not personal preference of academy. He's come up through everything. He's been here for so long and we really want him to succeed. We gave him the number 9. Sentiment won't come into the equation when Chelsea consider Tammy's future. And I think for Tammy as a striker, in these years in his career, when he's already proven he can be a goal scorer, I think a move would 100% be within Tammy's best interests. And Chelsea might be looking for around 40 million quid. Could be a bargain for whoever buys him, but we will see how that one develops. And the final story of the day is, again, from Simon Phillips' report that AC Milan are offering Olivier Giroud a 2-year contract, which by all accounts, again, similar to that of Tammy. Fully understand it. Olivier Giroud's not going to be offered a 2-year contract at Chelsea. It's just not the way that we operate at the club. So for that reason, I firmly believe these reports. I think, Giroud and Ibrahimovic up front next season for AC Milan could be an incredibly interesting watch. Olivier Giroud, I want to say this, and I've said it multiple times here on GBFC, an incredible time he's had at Chelsea. He's been the consummate professional. He's always been there to give advice to the younger players. He's been there in key moments to score key goals, was fundamental in Chelsea's Europa League winning campaign under Maurizio Sarri. And sometimes when a player moves in the latter years of their career from one club to a rival, it sometimes doesn't quite work out, as Arsenal have found out with both David Luiz and Willian. But with Olivier Giroud, he's been absolutely incredible. And if this starts to develop, obviously I'll keep reporting it here on GBFC, but I fully endorse Olivier Giroud making a move away from Chelsea to further and prolong his playing career, because I think he's still got it in him. He's a key member of any dressing room. Chelsea will be losing a leader, but AC Milan would be a fantastic 2-year move for Olivier Giroud. So yeah, going to wrap up this video today. I have got another one going out tonight. I'm filming a load of collabs today, which is obviously going to start building up towards the Champions League final. I've tried as best as I can this week to keep the Chelsea news flowing and all the Chelsea content flowing without buying into my nerves as to what I feel about this game this weekend, because I know that as the week goes on, I'm just going to become even more of a wreck Also doesn't help that I'm trying to puppy train and prevent the cat from attacking the dog every 5 minutes. I'm a little bit stressed out at home at the moment, but it's all love, it's all fun and games, and this football match at the weekend is in the forefront of my mind in every single flipping moment. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you very soon with a brand new video. Come on, you Blues.